What's up, Samurai? We are back again for some more Trove, and today we're going to be grinding some U11 while I simultaneously am going to try and coherently tell you what my plans are over these following weeks. So if you're watching this video right now and you're wondering what's going on, I'm leaving today. So I am pre-recording this, and I've got a couple other videos pre-recorded, but we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going on vacation in Japan for 2 weeks with my wife. We're going to be spending a week in Tokyo, then we're going to go to Nintendo Land, and then we're going to spend a week in her hometown, hanging with her family and getting a traditional Japanese wedding for her family. Now, we already ended up getting married here in Canada, but we wanted to have another wedding just because I think that, we think that her family would appreciate it. And a lot of her family doesn't speak English, so this way she can have like her cousins and aunts and stuff come out and meet me and so on and so forth, right? So really, really looking forward to it. We're super excited for it. Most of all, the food is going to be really, really good. And we're going to end up recording a lot of it, and I'm going to end up making a couple vlogs for you guys and stuff, but I'm only going to be able to get those vlogs out when I get back because I'm not going to have access to my computer. I'm not going to be able to edit anything. Does this mean that the channel is going to basically have no videos for 2 weeks? Heck no, you know I wouldn't do you dirty like that. No, instead, I have been stockpiling a bunch of different videos. The main ones right now, at the moment that I'm recording this, is the Trove 45K series. I finally have it all done. I just need to edit them, and then I'm going to upload those over the following 2 weeks while I'm away. So essentially, you're going to have the entire 45K series is finally going to come to a close. You'll get to see all of the classes that you've been waiting on, probably for months now. And yeah, I did do you a little bit dirty because I could have done the 45K series earlier in the year, but I knew that we were having this trip and the 45K videos are very, very easy for me to record. So that's kind of why I delayed them. Surprise. So the other thing too is what happens when we end up getting back from our trip. Well, essentially I have to start working on the vlog video right away, which is going to end up eating a lot of time, I'm sure, because it's probably going to be hours worth of footage that I got cut down to something more reasonable. But on top of that, there's also going to end up being 2 games coming out over the time that I'm away, which is namely going to end up being Minecraft Legends, which I know you guys are excited to see on the channel. I'm excited as well. But on top of that, there's also going to end up being Dead Island 2. So I'm really, really looking forward to both of those games. They also both have multiplayer, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to play them with my mates because they might be very busy with work or whatever. But the plan is to have those as multiplayer series. At the very least, Dead Island, I'll probably end up heavily playing multiplayer. Again, depending if my buddies are free. But anyways, my point is that I'm going to have to basically start streaming those games as soon as I get back. But I don't know whether or not I'm going to have jet lag the day that I return, so I might wait and just stream it the day after. Now, the crazy thing is that on top of both of these games coming out, there's also going to end up being Jedi Survivor the week after, which is another game that I definitely plan on playing on the channel. And come May, we've already got Zelda coming out, and Atlas Fallen, and then Diablo 4 and Final Fantasy 16. Big titles that are going to be very, very lengthy games, meaning that I can't really speedrun through them as quickly as possible. And honestly, I don't want to. So one of the big things that I decided to do this year on the channel was allow myself to be more organic and get into why I did YouTube in the first place, which most of all the reason I started doing YouTube was because of retro games, games that were close to my heart that I just wanted to share my experiences with and enjoy as an excuse to replay them in my adulthood, games that I ended up playing in my childhood, right? Now, I did already do a couple retro games on the channel. We ended up doing the Turok 2 co-op series with my buddy Joe. We ended up having the Zelda Ocarina of Time Let's Play. That was 10 hours of footage I cut down to a single video for you guys. The main point that I'm getting at is I kind of want to end up just getting back to the roots of why I do it, why I do YouTube. And that involves me enjoying my time with these games and taking my time with them. So if I can be fully transparent with you guys with how YouTube and the algorithm works for a moment, it's going to be, and it's not really super complicated, but essentially the way that YouTube works is if your videos are making views, then YouTube is going to recommend all of your videos. And if some videos make less views than others, YouTube just sees that and just makes it so that all of your videos are pushed a lot less. That's why technically it would be smarter for me to only play Trove on the channel. My channel would probably keep growing and growing and growing because of it, but I in turn, whoops, I'm so used to using Death Defying. I in turn would be a very miserable human being because even though I love Trove, don't get me wrong, you know, I really enjoy playing this game. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. But at the end of the day, I'm a gamer, and playing only one game just is not satisfying for me. And delivering only one type of content more so is also not satisfying for me. It means that I would just be miserable with my job. And then why should I even bother doing YouTube? Because if I'm just going to be miserable doing my job, I may as well do something that gets me paid more. Let's be real, right? And so that was the main reason why I decided to do the retro games on the channel. But I decided that I want to take it a step further and be able to enjoy the modern games on the channel again as well. So what do I mean by all of this? What's the point? Well, for a game like the Dead Space remake, for example, I knew that that is not my demographic, and that series, if I bothered making a full Let's Play out of it, would not be very popular. It just wouldn't be popular on the channel and ultimately would end up hurting the channel. So logically, I just shouldn't play the game, right? Well, my big brain strat was, let's just speed through the game all in one sitting. And not that I necessarily planned to do it, but I was able to beat the entire game in 10 hours and I live streamed the whole thing. And I had a blast doing so. That game was amazing. But unfortunately, that was it. One live stream, one day of my life enjoying this game. And then we already just moved on to the next. And that was it. And I just decided, you know what? That's not for me. So even though we've got all these different games coming out that I plan on playing on the channel, I'm going to just take my time. I'm going to just enjoy them. And some of these games, I might not even get to play day one, which is not how YouTube works. Now, full transparency, this has nothing to do with YouTube recommendeds, but just the algorithm in general, is that with how people's brains work and how fast the internet is, unfortunately for me, playing through games as quickly as possible and getting to the end as quickly as possible, it gets the views. That's why you see Jedi Fallen Order or whatever the heck it was, you know, the Jedi game a couple years ago. Day one, people were posting videos about Darth Vader being the final boss. And I'm sorry if I just spoiled that for you systematically, you know, if you happen to be waiting for the Jedi game, Jedi Survivor. But my point is that despite everyone complaining on those videos about them essentially spoiling the final boss, those videos still rake in the views. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's what I do on the channel, okay? It's, you know, I don't really do much clickbait, no more than I need to. And generally speaking, I don't really know how to market myself that way. And I don't really want to market myself that way because I personally see those people and those channels as scumbags that are just doing it for the money, which is not why I'm doing it. But at the same time, you know, I still got to be good at my job in order to end up getting paid and making a living, especially now that I got bills to pay with the new condo and everything with the wife. And, you know, we're going to be having kids soon and everything. So, yeah, it means that I have to kind of balance work with pleasure. And anyways, the reason that I'm getting at all of this is because, again, I want to be able to enjoy myself with these games. So rather than just chasing the views, chasing the algorithm, I might play Jedi Survive a week after, you know? I might wait until I'm done with Minecraft Legends. I might wait until I'm done with Dead Island. Or maybe I'll try to juggle all three of those games on top of Trove and whatever other games I'm playing on the channel. And instead, I'll just not play them every day. You know, maybe we'll have one day will be Dead Island, another day will be this game, another day will be this game. And either I could have structure to those videos and be like, okay, well, this is going to be Dead Island Day. We'll play it every Sunday, right? Or maybe I just decide, you know what? Let's just do it organically. Let's play the game that I feel like playing at the time. So I might just do stream after stream of Jedi Survive because I'm just enjoying it so much more than Minecraft Legends. My point with all of this is just saying that I want to be more organic and true to myself as a content creator because, real talk, I have recently been getting depressed. Not like, oh, I'm sad or anything, but when it came to doing videos and streams and YouTube and everything, I started having anxiety and started to feel stressed out. And I realized, wait a minute, why I felt this before. I know what this is. This is, you know, me letting YouTube be the boss of me rather than me being the boss of YouTube and my channel, right? And so as soon as I caught that, I was just like, I'm doing it again. I need to chill out. I need to pull back and I need to focus on doing what I enjoy, because otherwise, if I'm not enjoying it, then I may as well just go get a more high paying job. Like, let's be real. All right. I'm going to just be completely transparent. And so to avoid that, I want to do what makes me happy, even if it means that the channel is going to suffer a little bit, because I still very strongly cling to the idea that I have what it takes to be a bigger channel than I am now. Because let's be real, we kind of struck gold with Trove on the channel. You know, it's what most of you all end up coming for. And it makes sense. I've got like hundreds, if not thousands of videos on Trove and tons of tutorials and stuff. And so I've been trying to kind of take what I've done with Trove and apply it to some other games that I play. But a lot of the games that I play on the channel, you see, are kind of these one and done single player games. None of them are really MMOs, or none of them are games that I enjoy for a lengthy period of time. Like, I had Warframe on the channel back in the day and Destiny on the channel. And if I could have just stuck with those games, I think that ultimately they might have become more popular than Trove on the channel, just because they're bigger games. But I don't enjoy those games as much as I enjoy Trove. I stopped playing Warframe because I got bored with it. I stopped playing Destiny because I got sick of it. And Trove is just a game that I coincidentally, it's one of my favorite games of all time. And that's why I'm still playing it. Also, yeah, it's been good to me as far as YouTube is concerned. But generally speaking, if you know me, you know that I don't force myself to play games that I don't enjoy. Because honestly, I did that way too much when I first started out on YouTube, where there would be a lot of these games that I would start playing and I would force myself to play through them in their entirety, even though I didn't enjoy it. Like BioShock Infinite, I would say, is one of the games that I absolutely hated that game and found it to be stupid simple with a terrible story. And I'm not trying to break apart anybody's opinion who enjoyed BioShock Infinite, but I'm just saying that that was a miserable Let's Play series because all I was doing was complaining the whole time. And I'm generally a very critical person, and so I am going to have that eke out in some of the videos. Like, if I call it like it is, if I don't like something or if I think it's stupid, I'm just going to say so, right? I've been doing it with Trove for years. But the point that I'm getting at with all of this is just to say that I want to focus on the positive and I want to focus on the things that I enjoy while simultaneously delivering the content that I think you would end up enjoying, right? Woo! So anyways, I've re-recorded this video like 5 or 6 times now because I just was not satisfied with the way that I ended up explaining things. And well, now I'm pretty content with this one. So I'm going to call it here before this video ends up being an hour long. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for watching all the way through it. I appreciate it. If you did, smash like, sub for more if you haven't already. You can buy the merch if you want to support the channel. Keep in mind, again, I'm going to be gone over these next couple weeks, so I might peek into Discord. I might peek into the comments here and there, but generally speaking, you won't see any live streams from me for the following weeks. And when I get back, I'm going to be really, really overworked with Minecraft Legends, Dead Island, and Jedi Survive and stuff. But again, I'm going to err on the side of caution to not burn myself out and to be able to enjoy those games, because I personally believe that by allowing myself to enjoy these games to the fullest rather than just rushing through them as a content creator, instead, if I can enjoy them as a gamer, I think that it's going to end up making the content better just because I'll be enjoying it a lot more, and it should make for funnier videos as well as just more entertaining. Anyways, that's enough of that. Sayonara, and stay epic, everybody.